Okay, hello. We're going to do a short reading. I don't have my extra ring light plugged in, and I moved my table over here, so I don't know. Hopefully the light's good enough. I feel like a lot of anticipation. Sandpiper, be playful. Cow spirit, miracles are endless. An armadillo, set healthy boundaries. Dear spirit, I just want to do like a little reading. You know, I read for divine feminines that want to kind of heal on their journey. Lately, I've been feeling like my readings are so different than everyone else's. Because I try to go beyond reading the past and to help you heal yourself and move your journey forward beyond illusion and practice self-love and help you love yourself more. You know, there's a lot of great readers, and I feel a lot of them do the same thing over and over again, where they go, oh, you two met each other. Oh, you two had a separation. Oh, you are feeling this way. He's feeling this way, which is great. But ultimately, I think we want to live like a happier, more fulfilling life. And that's what I'm here to try to do. So you have path of least resistance, choose ease and grace, which that has that black and white checkerboard on it. And it's kind of like the good side and the bad side. You get to pick. And then he has healing, separation, go within, and then increase your frequency. So that numbers 3 and 7 have been coming up a lot. We have another 7 here. We have another 3 here. So 3, 3. And that has increase your frequency, higher conscious awareness, rebirth, personal freedom unleashed. So there has been some very, very interesting energies going on. In some ways, I feel like some of us are choosing to kind of go into an experience that's on the negative side. And then we have 9 of Cups, Hanged Man, Strength, Sun, dang, 5 of Cups reversed, the Fool, Justice, 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, 4 of Swords. So 5 major arcana, Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords with the High Priestess, the Magician. Wow. I feel like whatever is going on right now, you're, I don't want to say consciously choosing it, but it's sort of like there's a part of you that wants to live in the light. You basically got, it's like a 4-1. Like you got double sun, and then you got these 2 cards. And what I feel is like where you are now is like, yeah, you are making yourself happy. But something is feeling like you've exhausted what you can create with where you are. And I know that's sort of an interesting take on these cards. But my feeling is that you've been trying to kind of take the path of least resistance and almost, it's not like lie to yourself as the Death card and Wisteria fall out. It is, in a way, kind of lying to yourself about double purple, diamond and brown, gray and deep teal. That you... It's like you need to go through... The only way I can really describe it is like this door up here. It's kind of an underworld passage. And we've talked about this before, but it's something that needs to be tested. You need to find the balance. It's like, yeah, we have this Justice card here, and the cups are hanging on the sword. And she's seeing a reflection in the water or whatever that isn't her. But it's almost like you want to weigh your soul against this feather. And they're showing me like Mot, you know, and the Egyptian goddess. And it's like you need to find out if your motives are pure and why. Why do you need to find out if, because it's like you want to live in the light. And there's more to it. I mean, look at the mirror image of these cards, which is kind of crazy. You're like, do I need to throw away what I've been holding on to? And I think what you've been holding on to has largely been keeping you from contact. Like we have 333 here. Like I feel like there is communication that has been built up. That's the Gemini house. And I feel like you both have things to say. And again, we have these two mirrored cards, and then we have these two cards. And look at how close they are, right? Sometimes you know you're going to go through things and it's not going to be easy. And I don't get the sense that this is necessarily easy. I get the sense that, you know, it's somewhat of it's like a pressure cooker almost, or how diamonds are refined, right? They're made under pressure. There's this pressure here of what it seems to be around is like, how honest can you actually be? How honest can you be? And we have mirrored numbers up at the top. 51, 15. And I get the sense that he is pretty aware of what's going on. Though I feel like he's been hiding from this. I don't know, you may get, I think you're seeking the truth and you're gonna get it, but I'm not sure. It's like, it doesn't necessarily make you happy, but it stops you from being sad. I don't know how else to say it. I did a video about making effort. I guess I shot it last night, and they kept talking about effort. Oh, separation ending. And the thing about effort's really only required when you don't have faith. And faith is a really high frequency. Like, you want to have this understanding that where you two exchange information and you forgive and things are kind of reset. That's what it feels like to me. And again, whenever I go through these cards, they are constantly telling me, like, you have to do that yourself. But this isn't going to happen from him. And it feels like there's been suffering of waiting here. And I'll tell you, this energy feels very different and hard to read because it feels very unstable. And in order to make this kind of like a positive experience, you're going to have to find trust within yourself. To trust yourself, to trust the situation. I feel like there's been something that's come through before that's hurt. You're afraid of that repeating. And that's keeping you kind of held back. There's a lot of holding back here. And then there's like a release of that. And the release of it does lead to sort of a healing. I mean, it does lead to a healing. It does lead to an understanding. It does lead to, you know, if we're looking over here, we can see that there's Four of Wands, there's Ten of Pentacles, there's true love, but there's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And there's a Four of Swords in reverse. And there's a Five of Pentacles in reverse. And so I just think you have a certain expectation. It might supersede those expectations, but there is going to be something there that is triggering. That's what I see. It may be healing too. And the sense I get off of it is like, is that it? Like, why did it take this long? And part of the reason it took this long was pride, choice, and kind of a distrust is what's in the cards. I mean, I don't know where this reading is going because it seems to be leading to a new understanding. But my feeling at the end of it is the separation is over, but nothing really comes of that. And the broken heart that you thought would be mended by this waiting, by this understanding, and by this reconciliation isn't necessarily gone. which is very interesting. I think I felt before that you may come back together and you may separate again, but here is really what this is for, is to increase your frequency. And you know, I did this long rambly video about soul energy, and that's, I think, what this is about. That your soul energy longs to be unbound, and they kept using that word, unbound. It's like the 3D is a world of polarity. We put everything into its polarized box, right? It's good, it's bad, it's black, it's white, it's hot, it's cold, it's rich, it's poor, it's all these things. And we put it on this gradient scale. And soul energy, which is what you two are together, right? You're a soul, is just love. It's no polarity. There's no polarity in the energy of the soul. That's what your inner child is. That's what your imagination is. And we, as a society, have been taught to use our mind, use logic, rationalize things, you know, be very deliberate with our polarization. But this wants you to open to, you're resistant, but it wants you to open to this soul love. Like, the way that I see this is that you're getting a taste of this really big love again. And until we can hold that frequency without being triggered, right? Which to me, it's like the sun here. We have the sun twice, and diamond, and the rainbow. So it's very big energy. And the sun doesn't require things to shine. It just shines endlessly, giving its light, right? This unconditional love, that is what this journey is about. It doesn't require anything either. It just is. It doesn't require having agreements about what type of relationship you'll have and who will do what and how you guys will split the bills and all of that. That's not what this is. And it may be that part of you, obviously you're still alive in this realm and those things are worked out, but it's not like a traditional relationship where you have boundaries, because there are no boundaries in the twin flame end game, as you will. There's only just this gigantic love. And the more that you can be in that and not be in judgment, right? And not be, I mean, in a way they're saying tempered, and that's a weird use of that. But it's like we get used to like mitigating. This is just the weirdest reading. I think that like 4 people are gonna understand what I'm saying, but it's like we get used to mitigating energy, right? We'll only give, you know, this much, and then we're going to take this much. We need to make sure to have time for ourselves, and we need to make sure that they're giving as much as we are, or they're not taking more than us, and all of that is gone. gone. And this is definitely like a new place. We haven't been here before. I haven't been here before in this reading. And they're like, do you want to increase your frequency? Do you want this? Do you want to hold this energy? This energy is huge. Some of you may, you know, I kind of subscribe to the first, second, third wavers. I think the third wavers could probably be ready to hold this energy. I'm not sure about the second wavers yet, but are you ready to like hold this energy and let go of all of those mind constrictions that you've had, which appear to be a lot? It appears to be that you have been very much in the mind in this relationship. And, you know, your soul is going to move you forward as it sees fit. Your soul is in charge. You don't do the healing, you'll just go back through the lesson again. It's my understanding of it. But it's not like you have to necessarily heal to move forward. You're going to get moved forward. Again, it's hard for us to understand because we want to think in polarity. We want to think with the mind. And this is the soul. And a lot of things that the soul energy is about would appear quote unquote wrong to people, maybe, or unclear at least to a lot of people dealing with a normal relationship. So let's see what your twin is saying and thinking right now. I miss kissing you. I know we're twin flames. So that's a very powerful card, right? It's a very powerful statement. I want to be with you. I feel like there is some sort of timing issue here for something. We will see. You're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. All I want to do is talk to you. So that one feels strong too. I've had very vivid dreams of you. I'm so afraid of rejection, which seems to be kind of the crux of what we're dealing with here. And can we get over the fear of rejection? Can we get over the fear that if you get too close, you will hurt me? I send telepathic messages. I never expected to feel this way. I miss you. I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. Daydream. I want to follow my heart. So that's the soul. I know I hurt you. I never intended to, and I need you back in my life. Interesting a set of cards because there's not much about timing here, but there is two cards here that are about kind of the fears, or maybe even three. Fear of rejection, fear of the differences of this relationship and how it will be judged and will people understand, and then fear of the proximity of emotional. I think that's a really big one, is the emotional intimacy. And I think that is the absolute most important thing. Like when I talk about the sun energy, I'm talking about emotional intimacy, right? Like you are free to be yourself. He is free to be himself. And there is no mitigating. There's no walls. There's no judgment. There's nothing there. There's just beingness and love and acceptance and honesty with feelings. But really, again, the way that I understand it, it's not a traditional relationship. You're not saying, I'm feeling you're doing this, and he says, I'm sorry, I won't do this. This is your feelings are managed by you. Your triggers are healed, for lack of a better word, by you, internalized you know. That is what happens. It is not, we negotiate the terms of our relationship back and forth. It's not, we're going to fight back and forth about what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing this to me? Why aren't you paying attention to me? None of that is relevant here on this journey. And I think from what I'm seeing them saying, so you look inside yourself and you see if this aligns with your vision. It's like a lot of people say they're ready, but they're not really ready yet. Okay. So let's see what the advice cards, because I want this to be shorter. Of course, I've yapped already for 25 minutes, so I do find it interesting that Page of Wands reversed is coming out, because it's not my favorite energy in the world. You know, if he's been active with a lot of other people or giving energy to other things, especially other people, this may have been very triggering for you. It does appear to me that he knows what he's doing. Like, there's a purpose to it, but it could not be that way. Okay, Keepers of the Earth, Sisterhood of the Rose, I'm Mama, Minnetonkan, Protection, interesting. The Great Gathering, Birthing a New Age, Boundaries, interesting. Pleiades, since I talked about that so much. Trust your path. There you go. So those are the Inner Temple, and yes. And then Awakening. Literally, there's a card here that says Unbound on it, and it's like been my word of the day. It's just been unbound, unbound, unbound. That's all I feel. It's like, do you want to unbind your energy? There it is. Do you want to unbind your energy? How much do you want to unbind your energy? And it's a really weird question. I feel something I've really never felt. I think one time I talked about it, and it's just a real solidarity between the divine feminine twin. Like, just a real love growing between the feminine energies. And so we have Sisterhood of the Rose, Keepers of the Earth, and the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, and soul tribe. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I actually think that the divine feminine will be birthing a new world into being. How long is this going to take? A while. So then it says, where are you being called to journey to? Many of you may leave your home or your country. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I actually think that is the physical location that you're being called to. Longing for home, belonging the original light workers. I think many of you will be called to either Hawaii or Sedona in Arizona. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Maybe some in Mount Shasta. These seem to be, the West seems to be where things are being activated. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So I think dreams that you have held, you know, we went through a long phase where I was talking about the nautilus shell, and here we have a labyrinth. And again, it's the same kind of thing, that you have held dreams very close to your heart, dreams that really nobody knew about. And are you going to like let them out to see the light of day? Will there be, you know, you're going to be the one to determine when those, wow, cosmic egg, when your life will change. You know, you'll be called, you'll know for sure where you're supposed to like anchor your light. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes I just freak out so bad. Eridine, the mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So she has like a labyrinth in her head, which is exactly what I was just talking about. So the diamond-hearted Dakini, so we have diamond again. I see the light in my own darkness, and I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Beautiful. Then we have divine feminine card, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am the eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Bottom of the deck, we do have that white buffalo calf woman, prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass, and the path of love is true abundance. So that's crazy, because I don't know. It's crazy when they show you things and they show you again, and it's just really strange. I feel like your guys' light's just growing brighter and brighter. Beautiful. Look at those heart colors. So we have Dioptase, the heart healing on the bottom of the deck with the shadow, and the lover's crystal. So those are really beautiful cards. We have Kyanite Blue, letting go, Hiddenite, gratitude, Rhodochrostite, acceptance, and Malachite, healing. So I think there is this period of acceptance where he may be finishing, understanding that, you know, you two actually are twin flames. And I think maybe what I want to say is, for some of you, not all, this isn't for all. Some of you, there may have been blocking and ghosting, and you may have like pretended both to kind of walk away and forget. And then I think right now you're just being called, Archangel Michael and Hope, being called to like unblock and come together, and like always do that intuitively on your own, like time, like your own volition. Don't let people tell you like, when is the time, it came out again, when is the time to do those things, because you need to be clear, and it needs to be not from ego. But it's like, I feel like part of him said like, well, if she comes back, then I'll know. This is for real. Wow. That is quite a lineup. There they all are. So bottom of the deck is the twins, light activation, divine masculine, and divine feminine together. That's insane. This is an insane reading. Okay, we have Jesus, Mother Mary, the Divine Director, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, and Lady Venus. Okay. You are on the path to light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Karma, releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. So these two are are like always watching over the twins and Michael. Choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand, and then truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all and remember that love has no boundaries. It's freaking nuts. Okay. So, you're really being called to examine your boundaries. Examine the boundaries. Okay, all of the cards just fell. Examine the boundaries you want to keep. Examine the boundaries you want to go. Examine what you're able to hold. Ask the Ascended Masters to help you. I would say especially Jesus and Saint Germain are very, and Venus would be great at helping you determine this. We had the Source Dragon and Alpha Dragon, so I'll take those as the connecting energy. Orange and Omega, Dusky Pink, and the Deep Blue. I'm not going to read them all because it's too much. And then the Air Dragon. So we had the Alpha and the Omega come out together. It's crazy. We had Source Dragon, the most powerful of all. And then this one has a quill in his talon. So you may indeed get a letter or a text or something like that where, this is divine feminine, this is divine masculine, where they say, so these cards say intention, hold your vision, birth a higher consciousness, harness the divine feminine power of creation. Then his says, harness the divine masculine power of creation, destroy the old, visualize the dream, and help to manifest a new world. So this, I think, is the only card in this deck that has the eclipse on it, which I think is the 29th. So that indeed may be a important date here. And then it seems that there's a lot of activation in the sacral chakra. And that's kind of beyond, it seems to be kind of a cosmic level this is happening. So let's see what they have to say to you. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Twin flames, healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So we got my favorite card. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. You're going to get some synchronicities that are going to be like insane. That's what I feel from this. And sexual union. So when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Honor the place of one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss, and give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So I did a special for 10 readings. I included a bonus love letter from your twin with them, and I think 8 of them have sold. Whatever is left on the Etsy store is what's left. And so if you want one right now, it's probably going to take me about a week because I'm trying to do them really fast, but we'll see. I'm very slow because I have to do my own healing, and oh my gosh. So it just takes me, I do what I can. All right. Thank you so much for being here, for liking, sharing, subscribing. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate you so much.